Hello, hello. Happy Friday. We got the green is good sport coat on. This is the Benzinga Powerball, your rapid fire show where we bring you first a disaster of the day, second, a wild winner, third, a hot pick, and last but not least, a workout of the day.
All right, Luke, I love the green jacket on a green day. SPY and Q's nearing their all-time highs set earlier this year. All right, let's get into it. What is our disaster of the day?
All right, Aaron Thomas, this is one to clip. This is one to put on TikTok, unlike the others. Disaster of the day is, in fact, Charter Communications, ticker CHTR. The stock is down 15% today. Your little saving grace is that the stock is currently trading at 3 previous lows. This is a fourth bottom, so you may have some support there. It's showing support there in the past. But why is Charter Communications our disaster of the day? Charter reported earnings last night. It is the lowest revenue that the company has put up over the past 8 quarters. They announced that they lost 62,000 customers over the quarter. And at the same time, while revenue is decreased and is at its 8-quarter low, the cost of goods sold is actually up 15% over that same period of time. Cost of goods sold is essentially what are the variable costs that we need in order to deliver on this revenue. So like if you are a factory that makes screws, it would be the cost of the metal that it takes to make the screw. What's really tough about Charter is that this is not a quick business to turn around. When you are seeing these slight declines, and the revenue declines are not significant, they are slight. It's really tough to reverse. It's a very slow business to reverse. And again, we're in this situation where we have a net loss in customers. We have an 8-quarter revenue low, while a lot of other stocks are putting up good numbers. And our cost of goods sold, the cost to deliver that internet service has actually increased. So for those reasons, Charter Communications down 15% today is our disaster of the day.
Boom. Not what you want to hear if you're holding Charter stock out there. Again, that is ticker CHTR. On the flip side, Luke, let's get into our wild winner of the day.
All right, your Benzinga Powerball wild winner. We're not going to clip this one. Is a stock called Evercore, ticker EVR. That's Echo Victor Romeo.
Little investment bank.
It's an investment bank. That's exactly what it is. If you don't know what an investment bank is, it's essentially a firm that helps transactions happen. So if a company wants to go out and raise money, the investment bank puts together materials. They put together the positioning of why the company is raising this money, why you should invest in it, and then they go and they find those investors. This happens for full mergers and acquisitions deals. This happens for secondary offerings. This happens for IPOs. That is the role that investment banks play. Evercore, take a look at it. The chart is absolutely beautiful. The stock's up about 40% over the past 3 months. And we're in a situation where our private markets are starting to heat up. Rates are going to be coming down. Deal flow should be flowing. So for those reasons, stock is up today. Stock has been up steadily over the past 3 months. Charter Communications is, in fact, our wild winner for your Benzinga
Evercore.
Powerball.
Charter was the... all right, Evercore, ticker EVR. Again, your wild winner of the day. Having a nice bounce up about 2%. Again, it's been a wild winner for the past year, 3 months, like you said. Just a good run here from Evercore. I do like the way this chart looks, Luke. All right.
And what did you think of that pitch, Aaron? Actually, I think AT should clip that one. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, Look, we don't talk. Yeah, we don't talk about investment banks here a lot on the streams. But Evercore definitely a good option there. All right, let's get to our hot pick of the day, Luke. I'm excited for what we have today.
All right, and we will certainly want to clip this one, assuming that I can keep it tight. Your hot pick of the day. Let the suspense build. This is a controversial one. It's Meta. Ticker META. Meta is our hot pick. We pitched the stock 2 weeks ago. Since we pitched the stock on this show, congratulations. You are up about 27% on the pick. But today, we are pitching it the other way. That's what makes this one a controversial name. Meta is up 16% today. The company had a strong earnings report. They announced revenue that was up 25% on a year-over-year basis. Meta introduced a dividend, which is rare for a lot of these tech names. It's a small dividend. It's 0.4%, but it is, in fact, a dividend. And the company announced a $50 billion buyback. Sounds good, right? Record revenue, 25% year-over-year growth, dividend, buyback. Yes, yes, yes. It checks the box. We've been in the stock long. It's my largest single stock position. We'll take the 27% over 2 weeks. We will take the 16% today, but I think it may be time to bail. I do not suggest bailing yet, and I am not bailing yet. The trend is your friend. I'll let the upside ride. But when I see a deviation of that trend, I see it break. I don't think there's a ton of juice left in Meta. We're looking at a PE ratio, which is now 23. That's in line with the S&P 500 average. When we first pitched the stock literally a year ago, it was trading at a huge discount to your S&P 500 averages, while steadily growing. Now you are in line there. We look at our EV to EBITDA. That is our favorite valuation metric on this show. We'll do a segment just explaining what EV to EBITDA is. So make sure you follow to get that. But you've got an EV to EBITDA, enterprise value of the company, the whole value of all the equity, all the stock, all the debt, all the cash, divided by the EBITDA earnings. That's like profit earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, amortization is at 20.5. That is a good deal above the S&P 500 average. It is a behemoth of a name. Analyst price targets are not ludicrous. The analysts are not suggesting significantly more share price appreciation. So for those reasons, hot pick of the day is maybe to flip Meta the other way and give it a fade.
All right. Well, Meta, again, just absolutely crushed it on the earnings and those numbers. After when they announced that dividend, Luke, the stock just went crazy. And do you know how much Zuckerberg himself is going to make off that dividend?
I know that I'm going to make like $800 a year, I think.
Off just the dividend?
Yeah.
All right. Well, someone out there can do the math then and figure out how many shares you have. But do you know how much Zuck will make?
No.
$700 million a year.
Oh, that's
He has
great.
350 million shares of Meta.
Good for him.
And it's going to pay out a $2 dividend over the course of a year. So 350 million shares, $2 dividend. Zuck will start making $700 million a year just off the dividend alone from Meta stock. All right, Luke.
Good for him. Everybody's favorite American. It's a success story. Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Social Network. Great film. All right. Our disaster of the day, we talked about it, was Charter. Yep. Then we got to our wild winner, Evercore, having a very strong few months here on the chart. And then Meta, of course, our hot pick, fading Meta. Now, time for our workout tip.
All right. We're talking shoulders. You want to have a nice wide upper body that tapers off. Shoulders are the key. We talked about this one before. We're going to talk about it again. I'm hitting my shoulders hard in the day ahead. What you are going to do is you're going to grab 2 dumbbells. Really simple. And you are going to raise these dumbbells off to the side. Here's the key. Your elbows need to lead. All right. So let your elbow go up first and lead. You never want your wrist to be above your elbow. And I promise you are going to feel that burn in your shoulder. You're going to take it up. You're going to hold. Go back down. Up, squeeze, back down. Up, squeeze, back down. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Make sure you're not leaning backward. You want to be straight upright, feet staggered. You're going to go up. You're going to hold. You're going to squeeze. You're going to feel that burn in your shoulder. And you are going to do that 15 times. It's a tough muscle. You're going to do it 5 sets of 15 reps. You're going to do 5 sets, 15 reps each set. You're going to
75
squeeze at the
total.
top. You're going to start light. It's a tough one. It's a humbling one. Suggest starting with about 7.5 pounds if your gym has it, 5 pounds if not. And I promise you, after 5 sets, your shoulders will be burning and your upper body will be getting wider.
Boom. There you go. We ran through a disaster of the day, a wild winner, a hot pick, and a workout tip today. Luke, great Friday show. We'll be back next week with more Powerball. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already.
Boom.